everybody, we're going to be talking about fitness today, health and fitness. I'm sure you're all excited. I'm doing this video mostly because one of the questions I get asked the most is what do I do to maintain my weight, or what do I eat or not eat if I have a particular exercise, especially for my stomach. So I'm going to go right into all the details, even though I did put up a post a while ago about all of this. I don't know, maybe no one read it. But I'm going to put up a post, and this video is going to be up as well, explaining all the gory details. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start by taking us back, a little way back. So my family, I guess we have the fat gene, but no one in my family is slim or skinny. We're all on the, the thickum side, a little bit thickums. So it starts, my parents are both what most would consider overweight, and each one of us, all my siblings and I, we've been through a phase. We've either been really slim and got bigger, or really big and got slim. We've all had that experience. Some of us are getting slimmer, some of us are getting bigger, but we have our ups and downs, and it's really a struggle for us, all of us, to maintain a particular weight. We have to be extremely careful about what we eat, more so than most people. And so I was actually severely overweight when I was I think I reached my peak when I was 15 in high school. I was tipping the scale at about 260 pounds, give or take a few pounds. Yeah, I'm not proud of that. But I was, obese, I guess. I'm in denial, but I just considered myself overweight. But what's funny is I didn't see myself as big. I thought I was normal and everyone else was too skinny. But it's not until, because I used to only take, pictures of my face and look at myself in the mirror. But it wasn't until I started taking pictures, full body pictures, that I realized, I'm not as skinny as I thought I was in my head. Or when you start taking pictures of other people who are smaller than you, then you start to realize just how big you are. And sometimes you consider someone big, not realizing that you're bigger than them. So I would say, oh, she's big. And then we take a picture together, and I'm like, if I look like this next to her, then it means I'm pretty big too. So it was, in high school, my final year, that I decided to, take matters into my own hands. Now, I didn't start the right way. I started my weight loss by doing a bunch of fad diets and a bunch of crash diets. The very first one I did, I'll never forget, was the grapefruit diet. I don't recommend it to anyone, but basically the grapefruit diet is, you get 6 days where you're not allowed to eat a single carb, no carbohydrates, and then on the 7th day you can eat whatever you like, can go all out. So basically for 6 days you're eating just protein and water and minerals and veggies, but no carbs. So the first week I lost about 7 pounds, the second week about 3 pounds, and then the third week nada. No weight loss at all. So I tried the diet a couple of years later. It didn't work at all. So I don't know, I'm guessing it's a once in a lifetime thing. But I lost weight, my breath stank, because you don't get proteins, the enzymes in your mouth, oh my gosh, they stink. You have to constantly be chewing gum. You don't realize how carbs make your breath smell good. But yeah, and I was always tired, and I was hungry, and I was weak. But yeah, never again. So that was the first diet I did. But what it did do is it gave me hope. Like, oh, so I can lose weight, because I used to think I couldn't lose weight. I was like, this is how I am, this is how I am. But at least it was a boost. I was like, okay, I can lose weight. So after that diet, I did another bad diet. It didn't have a name. I invented it with my friend. And basically, we were eating just certain cereals and milk and apples, and fruits. At least this one was more sensible, but we weren't getting all of our nutrients. But it was working. So, but from then I started going to the gym as well. So I would hit the gym, first once a day, then twice a day when I was really feeling it. And what I would do in the gym is I would do cardio and aerobics. I joined an aerobics class. It was 7 days a week. I used to go maybe 5 days a week, but it was an hour-long, hardcore, full body sweat. Oh man, it was so good. I would feel so good after those workouts. You would dance like crazy. I feel like it was a mixture of Zumba and, you know, aerobics. And that was when I started going to the gym. Then I started running. I would jog in the morning, go to the gym in the evenings. I had a lot of time on my hands, mind you. I was taking summer school and, you know, only a couple of courses in high school, so I had a lot of time. And the gym was right next to the place where I used to live. So that got me. And then, so I started, you know, working out in January. By July, I'd lost about 60 pounds. So when I showed up for graduation, everyone was surprised, you know? So yeah, that was crazy. That was a good boost in my self-esteem for a while. But my parents felt like I did go overboard. At the time, I didn't think so, but now that I look at the pictures, yeah, I probably did go a little overboard. You know, the bones on my chest were visible, not too cute. But funny enough, as nature has it, when I went to university, after my first year, I got the Frosh 15, but mine was 10. I gained 10 pounds my first year, so it balanced things out. And then I gained a couple more, you know, between my second and fourth year at university. But I was able to finally find a weight that I liked and maintained it, because I have a big head. I don't know if you can notice. I have a big head. So when I'm, you know, really skinny, it doesn't look pretty. Big bubble head. No, when I look at pictures now, no, it wasn't cute. So I need some meat on me to balance out this big head of mine. Because you can't lose weight on your head. Your cheeks a little bit, but the size of the head remains the same. So yeah, I have a big head, big hair, that's what I say. But that was how I lost the initial weight. I lost, yeah, over 60 pounds. That was crazy. But in order to maintain that, I had to figure out things that worked for me. So, sorry, I'm just looking at my notes here. What I currently do is, I haven't been to the gym in at least 2 years. I work out at home. I am not a fan of gyms. I always feel like I get distracted. And sometimes I feel like people are watching me, even though they're not watching me. But I feel like, you know, people are looking at me like, oh my gosh, this girl, what's she doing? She shouldn't be here, you know, she's not fit. Because I'm not as fit as most people. I'm just normal. But, and I also feel like at the gym, you're fighting for machines, or sometimes you want to use a machine, someone's on it, you're out of time, you gotta go home. So I'm like, screw that, I'll work out at home. Luckily for me, I have a good friend of mine who gave me this DVD. This is the only DVD workout that I do. It's called Slim in 6 by Debbie Siebers. You can see that there. I will put the link up. But basically, it's split into 3 categories. Sorry. First one is called Ramp It Up. Ramp It Up is the business. It's hardcore. The first time I did it, I couldn't get past the warm-up. Yes, the warm-up. The 10-minute warm-up was too much for me. So I, you know, kept doing it, and then 2 weeks later I was able to get through the entire workout. It is serious. It's an hour long, and it incorporates everything. It has your cardio, it has your weights, it has your resistance, it has your crunches, lunges, ab workout, everything. By the time you're done, you are sore. Every muscle is sore, and I love it. You really feel it. And so imagine if you do this for 6 weeks. She always recommends 6 weeks. I've never done 6 weeks. I always do maybe 3 weeks, and then I'll skip a week, and yeah. But I know myself. I don't need, you know, all this muscle and everything. I just want to be fit. Now, I'm not in my best shape right now because I've been slacking, but I know it's easy for me to pick right up. And she also has the Slim and 6-pack. That's a different workout. That one is hardcore. It's short, but it's painful. And it really, really, really works out your abs. That's what I did before I started noticing the definition on my stomach. I was like, huh, for the first time. So it was after I did her Slim and 6-pack And I find me personally, if I do it for 2 weeks, I have my six-pack. Well, it's not fully defined, but it's enough for me. It's enough that you can see it. Even in my pictures, you can see it. But that's enough for me. But it's really hardcore, so I get burnt out. So I prefer to work out at home. It's easier for me. I don't have gym clothes. I'm not one to spend on gym clothes. I wear an old t-shirt and a pair of shorts, or an old t-shirt and a pair of track pants, and sometimes an old t-shirt and my underwear. Anything I will wear to work out. That's why I prefer to work out at home. In the gym, you have to wear decent clothes, and I don't like to waste my leggings on working out, no. So yeah, I don't have gym sneakers, all this stuff. I work out barefoot. That's just me. I don't know if it's recommended, but that works for me because I just stay at home. And with me, when I work out, you know, I like to do stuff while I'm working out. Like when she'll give the break, I will go and do something during the break, you know. Whereas at the gym, I don't know, I'm not comfortable enough to do all of that. But that's just me. Like, if you like the gym, that's fine. I can't give any recommendations for gym exercise. I personally I like the ellipticals. I like to run, but I can't run as much because I don't know, I had mentioned this, I have a sort of neurological problem, and so running, any sort of like exercise that puts pressure on my brain is a catastrophe. So I don't run anymore. I prefer to do this workout DVD. And if I'm feeling it coming in, I can stop, you know, and I'm at home in the comfort of my home, take my meds, whatever. So that's that about the exercise. Now, waist work. Now, she doesn't really do a lot of waist work, but I love waist work because I don't know if you can notice my waist. So, really, the waist thing has been coming, like, it's been a long time coming. It's not something that happened, you know, a few days. So I think part of it is genetics, that, you know, my waist is slimmer than the rest of my body, but a lot of it has been work I've been putting in since I think I was 12. Because when I was about 11 or 12, or even younger, I, you know, stumbled upon a book in the library, and it was a book geared towards teenage girls and, you know, all these puberty and all this stuff. And there was a section on health and fitness, and they were explaining how to get a defined waist, exercises to do. So I've been doing those exercises since I was, you know, in grade school, without even knowing, you know. And basically, I'll just do a short demonstration. I'm not really in the best shape right now, but it's basically just like putting pressure on the waist. So you put it on the right, then you put on the left as well, and then put on the right, and then, you know, you throw in some arms, whatever. But you do that, I do it like 50 times, you know, and you can do it right before you go to bed. But you just need to keep putting that pressure on your waist. That's what I find. So yeah, I do the ab workout and the waist work. That really helps to get, you know, the stomach and the waist looking tight. Now for the gluteus maximus, the behind, really, lunges and squats are your best friend. Lunges and squats, they really define it. I'm not even kidding. I have seen it work. You know, it won't make it bigger, but it will make it firmer and stand out more and perkier. And that gives the illusion of making it bigger. So honestly, try those, you know, squats and lunges. They really do work. So that's for the gluteus maximus. Now in terms of food, my mom always complains because I like eating the same stuff, because that works for me. I don't want to go and start eating, you know, a bunch of other foods, make me break out, make me put on weight. I know the foods that help me lose weight. I don't like to eat meat. I know, I'm African. We always cook with meats. It has to have meats. But no, red meat especially is not best for you. If I am going to have meat, it's usually turkey, lean turkey, but I really, really limit my meat. I'm more of a fish girl. I love fish. It has to be grilled fish. I bake my fish myself. I can eat it with vegetables and a baked potato, and I'm perfectly fine. That's my favorite meal. Grilled fish with baked potatoes and roasted vegetables. Delicious. And all you have to do is put a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic, boom, that's it. Nothing fancy. It takes 30 to 45 minutes. You have dinner. I don't know. If I have a husband, we'll have to find a way to work things out. But that's that's what I like to eat most of the times. I also love chickpeas. I love chickpeas. Now, since I'm not a big fan of the meats, I get a lot of my protein from these sort of beans and grains. So like chickpeas and lima beans and what are the other ones called? I forget the name. Lentils, yes. So yeah, I love those lentil soups. So I love my chickpeas. How I make it is like a stew where I fry the tomatoes, onions, a little bit of oil, garlic, sometimes a little bit of ginger, green peppers, leeks. So it's like a thick stew, and then you put in the chickpeas. It's delicious. A little bit of salt as well, don't forget. That's what I love to eat. And then with that, I'll usually make, I don't know if you know the Moroccan couscous, the little yellow grains. They look like Gary. But yeah, I make that and eat it with my chickpeas. So what happens is you eat like 1/4 of your plate should be carbs, and then 3/4 should be the chickpeas. So I really limit my carbs. I'm not a big fan of rice, potatoes, pasta, spaghetti, all these carb foods. Not that I'm against them, it's just personally I find that I get bloated and I put on weight when I eat a lot of those foods, and salt as well. Salt minimal, but yeah, I find that I get bloated with those foods, so I stay away from them. I can eat them from time to time. Like, I eat everything except for cheese, which I hate because of the taste, and it's just nasty and it smells rotten and makes me vomit. But I eat everything. If I want to eat ice cream, I'll eat ice cream, but not all the time. I find alternatives. For example, for ice cream, I substitute it with frozen yogurt. And make sure you check frozen yogurt. Sometimes it's just as bad as the ice cream. You have to look at sugar and calories. A lot of these things have a lot of sugar. Sugar is not your friend. For example, I brought my yogurt. This is the yogurt that I usually eat. I hated it at first. I found it was too thick, but now I'm used to it. I love the thickness. So this is, for example, the yogurt that I eat. It's like 50 calories, only 50 calories per little cup. So usually, like for work, lunch, I'll have 2 of these, and I'll have it, a handful of crackers, handful of almonds, a fruit, usually a banana, because I know how to use my hands, and and chocolate. Chocolate. How I love chocolate. So what I do in order to not jeopardize my weight because of chocolate, the little chocolate chips that you use to bake in the baking section of the supermarket. I buy those and I split them into little portions and put in little bags. So that's what I take to work. So you see, at the end, I'm not even eating up to a bar of chocolate, but I'm satisfying my craving, and it's portioned for me. I don't know if that makes sense. So that's what I do for chocolate, because I really love chocolate. I have it almost every day. But I'll sprinkle it in my yogurt, and I'll put the almonds in my yogurt. Almonds make you full, trust me. If you eat it, with something like Greek yogurt, perfect. So that's what I usually have. Now, I also brought a sample of the fish I was talking about. So I love tilapia. I'm not a fan of sole and haddock and all those. I don't know if it's sole or sole, however you pronounce it. But yeah, this is like the fish fillet. I would, have 2 of these with some grilled veggies and potatoes. And that would be an awesome dinner for me. I have my guilty pleasures. Right now I'm obsessed with these. They are called Enka plantain chips. You get them for $1 at the dollar store. I can have these. They're my guilty pleasure. Probably like 300 calories in 1 pack, but hey, we all have our thing, our weakness. It's so good. Now, sugar. I limit sugar. I don't drink pop. I rarely drink juices. If I am, I'll drink like the tiniest little juice. My mom makes fun of me because for my brother, he bought me a can of pop, probably like last year. And then he came to visit again, and it was still there. And then so what happened, I took a sip of it, put it back in the fridge. He came back a couple of months later, it was still there in the fridge. So until he had to pour it out. But I'm not a fan of pop at all. I don't know. I find a sip is enough for me. I don't need to drink the full can. Just a sip, and it also makes my ears tingle, but whatever. Juices, natural juices I can drink once in a while, but really limit the portion. A cup is fine. A trick that I do is I add water to dilute it. It makes it more. But that's what I do in terms of sugars. Pop is the devil, it's your enemy. Ruins your teeth, ruins everything. It puts on weight, it's just wrong. Limit pop. Junk food, I'm not a huge fan of junk food. What I love is fries. I love McDonald's fries, I won't lie. But I can limit it. I find, if you get the small one, eat it, satisfies your craving, and you keep it moving. But don't find yourself, eating junk food every single day. Cooking isn't that hard. All you need is salt, onions, and garlic, honestly. And then you can cook anything. In terms of satisfying sugar cravings as well, I buy the vitamin C tablets, not the pills. So I buy the chewable tablets. And those, they trick you. It's like candy. And I think you can eat a max of 3 a day. So you get 3 candies a day. That's 3 candies. But yeah, I chew vitamin C, and that helps me. Also, when you've had your meal and you sort of feel hungry, but you're not hungry and you don't want to eat, just pop in some sugar-free gum. Honestly, 1 or 2 pieces. It keeps your mouth busy and it keeps your head off of it. For me, I hope it works for you, but just try it, adopt it, and then eventually you should get used to it. I think I've covered what I wanted to cover. Now, if you have any further questions, leave them below. I will answer them. You can check out the blog. You can leave comments on the blog, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm everywhere. Tumblr. That's fine. I don't mind answering questions at all. In fact, that's what keeps the conversation going. That's what gives our relationship meaning. Communication. So you communicate with me, I'll communicate with you. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you do to keep fit. Maybe there's something I'm missing out on. Oh, there's also a workout DVD called Black Girls Workout 2. Apparently that's really good. I have a friend who tried it. She lost a lot of weight. But remember, you have to be in this. You have to be dedicated. It has to come from your mind. My sister, I just want to quickly say this, but my sister was overweight up until, I would say, almost 2 years ago. And then all of a sudden, bam, she started hitting the gym. She got a personal trainer. She's eating healthy. But the thing is, when I was losing weight, she wasn't ready to lose weight. So she would look at me like she's crazy. But your mind has to be there. You have to be ready. No one can make you lose weight. You might start a diet, you might go on TV, whatever. But if you're not ready mentally, you can't lose weight. Because it's a whole lifestyle change. A whole lifestyle change. There's no more Mickey D's at midnight. It's, pretzels and carrots at midnight. But yeah, I hope this inspires someone. So just let me know, and I will see you later. So have a fabulous rest of the day, evening, night, morning, whatever it is, whatever time it is. And thank you for watching. Bye.
Mastercraft on the beat. I'ma get Jancy.